What's up, guys? Your boy Oversized Out back on the Man Viewers podcast today.
Yo,
I
yo.
got Coup Dog with me,
What's up, guys?
kind of like in a new spot, I guess.
Yeah, we're trying something different.
Yeah,
Mics, so
yeah. These mics are actually really nice.
yeah.
And to all you 92 subscribers that we have right now, thank you guys for
Thank
subscribing.
you so much.
We need more subscribers, so if you guys can go link it to your friends, tell them to go check it out, whatever.
Trying to hit
And
100.
trying to 100, we're super close.
Yeah. Before Halloween.
Before Halloween. It's like in 2 weeks, 3 weeks
Yeah, I
probably.
think that's attainable for
Yeah.
sure.
So, but let's start off with some NBA preseason stuff, Coop.
Yeah.
There's been a couple.
So a couple um deals. We
Yeah,
got Jordan Poole signed 4 year. I think it was 140
really.
million. So definitely a long-term contract for him. He's getting paid. He definitely proved his worth during the finals. So
Yeah,
good for him. We got Brandon Clark, 4 year, 52 million contract.
really.
Yeah.
With the
So
Grizzlies?
yeah,
Nice.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
He'll be back for a while.
And you know what? I think Jordan Poole really deserves that money, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of like the third splash bro almost because he's
Yeah.
he's so good at
I think
scoring. It's crazy.
he's elevating above play a little bit.
And then Brandon Clark, he's really good.
Yeah,
Six
he's
man.
proved to be a great defender.
Yeah,
I mean, that whole Memphis team is it's a community, I feel like. So
yeah.
I'm excited to see what they
It's
have in
kind of like a
store for us
brotherhood,
next year
kind of like.
or this year. Actually, it starts pretty soon.
Yeah, I think like what 10 days?
Yeah, I think it's sooner than that. Honestly,
Really?
it's creeping up on us.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll
There's only
be
one thing though is that like we still aren't able to see Chet Holmgren this year. You know.
it's tough, but I think give him about a year. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously he's injured, but I, as long as he's still improving,
yeah.
I think we'll see him back next year. Great.
I do like our rookies though. Like we have
Oh yeah,
a lot of good talent.
really good chemistry too.
Yes.
Um, I'm loving like off court and on court antics. So
Yeah.
really excited to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah. And I
So
mean, I think like even if we do tank this year again, which I wouldn't be surprised if we do, um, I still think we have a pretty solid team that has a chance to make it to the
mhm.
playoffs. Maybe like the eighth seed or seventh seed or whatever. But you know,
Maybe we'll be the ninth or tenth.
yeah, that's
Maybe
what.
get in the play-in tournament. I think that would be more attainable.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah, we got Marquise Chris. We haven't been on in a while, so we got Marquise Chris, and then I think we traded away a couple second round picks to the Rockets in a big
hmm,
like 8 player trade. So
yeah,
we lost a couple players, but they're not big names. So
yeah.
thankful for that.
Theo Maladon though, he was a great guy. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he was a good
great.
French player that helped us out when we were like
Mhm.
during the 2020 year and like
Yeah,
just like all that stuff.
just kind of that developing. Really, it's him.
Yeah. But I mean, Marquise Chris, he's always been a pretty solid player. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
he
excited
does,
to see what he has in store for us as well.
yeah,
So
he does have some like anger issues.
really,
Yeah, he's been in a couple fights on the court, so hopefully he can, you know, take that
at
down a
least
little
he's
bit.
motivated.
Yeah, at least
So
he wants to, win at all costs.
yeah, so always excited to see that. Um,
Hmm. Did you see Jimmy Butler's new hair, the haircut?
that's been on him for a while, but yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it. His dreads.
I looked at like him last year and this year, and it looks completely different.
It does, and he's got that fresh shave too.
Right, and
Looks weird.
I just think he looks better with a goatee, to be honest.
Yeah,
Um, but I think moving on for the Warriors, uh, they could probably repeat. Maybe. I mean, they have a
I
good
think they're
chance.
looking better, honestly. As long as team chemistry is optimal,
Yeah, They definitely do have that chemistry.
I think. Do you think we could see maybe Draymond Green like being traded, or do you think he is
Uh,
that kind of backbone?
yeah, I don't know about the trade, but I do think he needs to settle down a little bit because he is like the leader of the team, and just to see him punch his teammate over something like
Yeah,
they
and I
said,
mean it's practice as well. I mean Michael Jordan did stuff like that too. So I mean we
yeah,
can't forget about like the tension you have to have during a team practice. I mean, obviously you're gonna get on people's nerves, especially practicing every day,
yeah,
maybe 2 days. And
right. You
so I
you
mean,
know how everybody plays.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like, how did it even get leaked to the press? Is the
true.
first question. But
Yeah,
what do you do? I mean, I think you just. It's just I I I don't think it's anything serious for now. Like
yeah,
obviously maybe if it develops into something else, but I don't see it being a problem. He's being fined for it, so
yeah. I do wonder, and then again, like how does that video get leaked? Like,
yeah.
was it? It was probably somebody in the organization,
I don't think it should be even leaked at the first hand.
right?
Maybe a story later
Because I
on
mean,
a
it probably
podcast.
happens more often than we think.
Oh, it definitely does.
So
I mean, Richard Jefferson kind of spoke on it, like
yeah,
it's tension. So, like, I mean,
I mean, I could see Jimmy Butler doing that. One of his teammates during practice,
yeah, maybe not like full out just socking him,
swing,
but
but like pushing and
obviously there's
shoving.
just gonna be a little bit of tension when you're playing with those guys.
Yeah,
Th- They're all high level athletes, and so it's just they get frustrated with each other. So, I
yeah,
mean, it is what it is.
yeah. I mean,
I don't think we should look that much into it because
yeah.
it
And again,
happens.
it's the press, making this big
Oh
deal.
yeah,
I mean,
it's a good headline.
right? You make a lot of money off of it for like a couple weeks, and then
Yeah.
you know, it's a good deal for them. But I do want to talk about James Wiseman real quick
Yeah,
because
I was gonna bring him up.
he's a guy who, back in 2020 was a big like top five pick.
Yeah, very high pick in the
Um,
draft.
he did pretty well
Yeah.
during that season. Averaged like 12 points and like 6 rebounds and whatever not. Um, but I mean, he's he's been on the cusp of coming back,
Yeah, I think
but
he's been dealing with a lot of injury.
they've been saying it for like the last 2 years. Like,
I think they just want to see him like when he's at his best. I don't want to rush anything because I mean they've got a good thing going. So just building slowly around younger guys is I think the key to their success.
mhm,
So I mean give him as much time as you need. I hope he'll be back by this season.
yeah,
I really do because I
because I
want
mean,
to
you
see him
can't
play.
just stick with Kevon Looney the
Yeah,
rest of the year. Like, you need a big guy, and he's that guy for them.
he's a big guy.
Yeah. So I hope he comes
I
back.
really do.
This season. He probably will, but just sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So
I saw you got the Pelicans hat on.
I
I figure
do.
we have to address it. Like
Yeah.
this is a very exciting team. Zion's back.
Yes. Yes. He's finally back fully. He's been out for like what, a year now? Um,
Yeah, pretty much all last year.
have you seen him in the preseason and all, how he's looking and stuff?
I have not. I haven't had a chance to,
Okay.
but I'll do
I've
some
heard good
homework.
things
Yeah,
about it. So
I'm I'm hoping to just get into some of those games and watch them.
yeah, they'll definitely be on main TV,
Yeah,
probably ABC games a
I might have
lot.
to buy Sling or NBA Plus.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But Pelicans are looking really good. I'm not gonna lie. They got Bernie Ingram coming back. They got CJ McCollum. They got Zion.
Brandon Ingram's got like a afro.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And Devontae Graham as well.
Hmm.
Really, really good
It's a
point
very
guard.
solid, like young team, and I think they've got a couple veterans like CJ, and then Brandon,
Mhm.
who's been playing for. quite a bit.
Yeah,
So
and to
got
switch,
experience to some extent.
yeah, to switch things over a little bit, Lamelo Ball is hurt again. Ankle
Yeah,
injury. Say he should be. He's probably gonna be out for a couple weeks.
it's not looking good for the Hornets right now.
Yeah, especially with Gordon Hayward's haircut. Have you seen it? It's like a mohawk kind of. Um, but I mean, they did waive um Leangelo Ball. The Hornets did, and you know, I feel bad for the guy because I mean, he wants to play,
So
and
is he still on the G League team?
I don't even know if he's on the team anymore.
Okay,
He was just waived, but
that's fine.
yeah, I mean, it was good stint with the
Yeah,
Hornets.
I mean he didn't even play on the actual team, but
Yeah,
he did what he could. So
and I do want to bring up the Redeem Team documentary.
yeah,
Um,
I've had time to watch that.
I've seen I've seen it, and it's a very powerful story
Yeah,
about the 2008 Olympic team, men's basketball team. Um,
I mean who doesn't love a good basketball documentary?
right. I mean, Kobe, he's in the documentary, of course.
Mhm.
Some of the things they talked about, I didn't even know he like did. Like he didn't really have many friends in the NBA before,
Yeah,
that Olympics team, and to see him kind of, socialize and
yeah. I mean
um
it's lonely at the top.
right to make friends with LeBron and everybody. I think
When you're
that
that motivated and driven, it's hard to have like a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah, I
friends.
think
So
that team really helped him
yeah,
build
because he's
relationships.
got like-minded individuals that want the same goals,
Right.
have the same goals, want the same stuff. So
Hmm.
they're they're all very like driven
Right.
to be at the top of the NBA. So
Yeah. And I mean, to see how bad our Olympics team was in the 2000s and 2004, I think.
mhm.
Um, it's good to see that we know we've come back and we've
Yeah,
made progress and um, you know,
I
I think
mean I mean the 2000 to 2010 was kind of rough for the NBA because
yeah, well, yeah, because you know, Euroleague basketball is so much different than
yeah,
NBA
they don't
basketball.
have a lot of rules like man in the
That
paint.
we do.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
I know Luca went on a podcast and said it was like it's easier in the NBA
Yeah.
because they don't they have like different rules like such as a big man can stay in the paint like as long as he
Forever.
wants.
Forever.
There's no like 5 second
Yeah.
limitation, so
Yeah.
that makes it that much harder to drive.
To
So
score.
yeah,
Yeah. And I think was that on the JJ Redick
I
podcast?
believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, he has a great podcast. You guys should go check it out.
yeah.
Um, but and then also the Jeremy Lin documentary. I watched that as well, and it was
I've read the
very
book Linsanity.
really,
It was pretty compelling.
yeah, it's a really good story, and I really appreciate HBO Max making it.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't even realize how big that
It was
was.
it was pretty big.
Like I was only like what 8 years old at
Yeah,
the time,
like
so
he was. It was a pretty short amount of time that he was like that famous.
right,
But I mean, there are very little amounts of like Asian people
Asian
in
Americans, yeah,
the NBA. Like Yao Ming was probably the biggest so far. I would say,
yeah,
just because he's a freak of
yeah,
nature.
yeah. And I mean, I think Jeremy Lin kind of has changed the idea of how
Mhm.
Asian Americans are perceived.
Yeah, and that representation is so big for a culture
Yeah,
that is like
that's why
underappreciated.
he was like so famous because like nobody really thought an Asian American could
Yeah,
be
because
like
I mean, I'm not trying to be like racist or anything, but like generally they are like a shorter
yeah
race. So to have someone that is 6 foot, like his
3.
parents are very short,
Yeah,
and he'll say that like
he got lucky. I
he
mean,
got really lucky on
yeah.
the genetics. So
And Tyson Chandler was it was funny because he was like he didn't even know Jeremy Lin could dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, he saw him in the game dunking. He was like, "What?"
Yeah.
He was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
Um, but
I
yeah,
mean, it's kind
I
of like a break out of the
and I
norm.
wish they did a little more on like the Lakers part of the
Yeah,
story because he did play with Kobe,
that's true. Yeah.
and
You know that famous like clip where uh I think the coach told Jeremy Lin to not foul the guy. I
yeah,
think it
and then
was
Kobe
something,
had to do
and
it.
Kobe was like, foul.
Yeah, I remember one time Jeremy Lin like waved off Kobe, and he
Yeah.
hit the game winner shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that's
That's a pretty
he got some
pretty
balls.
ballsy move.
Yeah. Um,
um,
but yeah, I think Jeremy Lin, he's definitely one of my favorite players of all time
yeah.
after seeing that. Um, but I mean, that's probably mostly all the NBA stuff going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple more teams that have some good looks going
Which
into the
ones?
season. I mean, Celtics,
Cavs, Donovan Mitchell.
definitely Cavs for
I'm
sure.
excited to watch them play. I mean, they look amazing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Like when you have
Key players.
Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell on the same team,
Yeah,
like
that's a duo. I'm happy. I'm like
yeah,
excited to see what they can do.
yeah. And Russ coming off the bench again.
Sixers too.
Yeah. Have you seen Russ coming off the bench for the Lakers?
I have not.
So he came off the bench the second preseason game for the Lakers. And it's kind of been turning some heads with like the coach, Darvin Ham, and what his plan is with all the guys
I mean,
on that team.
Anthony Davis is definitely taking kind of the lead role in the scoring
Hmm.
for them so far in the preseason. So,
Yeah, and they did have some of those guys on their team last year because they were hurt,
yeah,
like Kendrick
Anthony Davis
Kendrick
was
Nunn, Anthony Davis.
absent like the whole year.
Yeah,
So
now they have Patrick Beverly, and
yeah,
I
which
think
is so interesting.
yeah,
I'm so surprised they got Patrick
I
Beverly.
didn't even know Russ and Pat liked each other.
I know I said it before, but like it's just so weird.
To see him and on that team,
Yeah, the chemistry I feel like is not there, but maybe it is. I don't know.
it's kind of like the struggles with like getting new players every single years. You have to develop chemistry and
Yeah,
build it. Um,
absolutely.
so
Especially dog eat dog. Boo.
yeah, what do you see? What do you think of the Lakers' chances of going to the finals this year?
I think it's all up to like honestly. He's
Yeah,
definitely leading this team. Like I could see them going to like maybe conference finals. I don't know about finals, but I
yeah,
think he's definitely gonna want to be there.
yeah,
So I hope it drives him to insanity
yeah. I mean, he
to
hasn't
the
been in the
point where
finals
he's
and
in the finals. So
he hasn't been in the finals in 2 years, and it's about to be 3 years if he doesn't
yeah.
make it this year.
So
So,
if he doesn't do it this year, then he's got a couple more years if he wants to play this year.
and he's on his like last year of his contract, right?
I
Or
I think he signed an extension to where
did he?
I'm pretty sure it's this year and then next year.
Okay,
I think.
okay,
Don't quote me on that.
yeah, that makes sense. But let's move on to some more NFL stuff, Coop. Um, we know
Crazy.
that there's been a lot of injuries and
You know what
struggles.
surprised me the most
What
is the Seahawks
Seahawks, man? And
absence
you're a Seahawks fan, so
of Russell
I
Wilson,
want to get your perspective on like
Geno Smith. Bro.
what's
He's.
how the team is right now. Like, what do you think of the
I mean,
team?
it's a really solid team, bro.
Because I mean, they are 3-3. You know,
Yeah,
they're
which that's not bad.
yeah.
Honestly, Geno Smith is
He's been
doing
carrying the
a lot.
load. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been on top of the
even in fantasies, he's been barely good.
yeah. I mean, we have one. I mean, everybody mostly in their leagues have Geno Smith starting.
Yeah,
So, I mean, and Kenneth Walker the second, the running back who came in
mm-hmm.
for Rashad Penny,
Is
who's
that
out.
number 9? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he really did really well
Kind of blew up last
yesterday.
night. Yeah.
The last two games, he's had about 15 points. each.
That's good
So
right there.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the Seahawks. They just need to work a little more on defense, I would say.
Yeah,
But they
which
do
their
have pretty
defense has usually been good.
right.
So
Yeah. And Pete Carroll's not leaving
no,
anytime
anytime
soon.
soon.
So
Yeah.
I think they still have a pretty good team down there.
It's a solid team
And I do see them potentially making the playoffs.
up there.
Potentially.
Maybe.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I could see that.
Yeah, but um
Beat the Cardinals.
yeah, what do you think about Russ right now and the Broncos?
Dude, it's so tough because I don't know. I mean, we talked a little bit earlier, but is it their O line that's causing the problem, or is it just lack of?
Well, I mean, they have a very good defense. So it's not the
Dude,
defense.
it's like that's who's been winning the game.
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean, Russ has not been doing much on offense.
Right. And I mean, he has really good like rip around him. He has Melvin Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Judy, Cortland Sutton. So many guys on their team that, make big plays, but you can't like deliver on it. So I don't know what I don't know. It might be the O line, it might be Russ.
What's the solution?
I would say I don't know, because like I think they still need to build chemistry and
Yeah,
because I mean he is on a new team. He hasn't been on a new team in like 10 years.
that's true. Yeah,
So and it's a new coaching staff and um it's a whole new team.
it
So
is.
I think you
And I
just gotta
mean,
give
we've
it
seen
time.
past quarterbacks not really thriving there. So I mean,
Except Peyton Manning.
well, yeah, but like after Peyton Manning, it's been a toss
Yeah.
up who's been quarterback. So I mean, I don't know what's the problem, but they
Yeah.
definitely need to get to the root of it and figure that out before.
Yeah, I mean it probably like you said, it's probably the O line to be honest.
Yeah,
Because I mean they can't really run the ball that well right now.
I
Uh,
know they're just getting
Passing the ball is tough
frustrated.
too. I feel like
Yeah,
part of it's on Russ as well. He just needs to go for it. Like he's
yeah,
so conservative and like he wants to make sure he doesn't turn the ball over, which is fine.
yeah. I mean, that's a
But
good attribute, but
you
like
still need to make big plays because
at
I
the
mean,
detriment of your team, it's not a great decision.
like they're paying him $50 million
Mm-hmm.
to play there,
Like that's such a big salary for what
right?
he's been doing,
Yeah,
which is very little for them. So
right.
hopefully we can see an improvement in the second half of the season.
Yeah, and they do play the Chargers tonight.
Yeah,
I do expect the Chargers to win.
I do too.
Uh, if the Broncos show up, maybe they
Maybe
have a
they can.
chance.
Maybe they have a
Uh,
chance, but the way they've been playing so far is it's not looking good
yeah,
for
but
them.
Chargers do not have very good defense right now.
Yeah,
So I think this could be a big game for Russ
that's true.
potentially. If
And I mean, Broncos defense is very consistent,
yeah,
pretty scary. So
yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens, but for now, I think we just need to keep on hoping that
yeah,
something changes.
hoping for a change.
Right. And moving on, we got the Packers. Packers have been
Yeah,
pretty,
iffy, bro.
yeah, iffy. They
Very iffy.
lost to the Giants, who are 5-1 right now.
Giants are
Great,
they are
good team.
it's interesting because
Um,
it's a big improvement from last year.
yeah, I mean they already have the same amount of wins that they did last year,
Mm-hmm.
and it's only week 6. So I mean, I'm proud of them. They have a very good coach.
Yeah,
Brian Dable is,
and Saquon has been showing up too. So
yeah. Saquon is def. I mean, he's definitely better than he was last year.
oh yeah.
I mean, probably because they have a better O line this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think Giants are looking really good right now. And
Yeah.
then the Jets, 4-2, I think,
Mm.
beat the Packers. Um, they are looking really good as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on
Yeah,
in the
the Packers
NFL.
are looking like the Broncos.
Yeah, and they're playing Aaron Rodgers 50 million a year as well. So, but let's talk about
Is it the end of a dynasty?
maybe they just need a wide receiver. Like
Yeah.
if they get Odell, imagine how much better they would be.
True. That's
So
true. What if they could sign him?
yeah, he's still on the market.
Speaking of receivers, Devontae Adams was, he
He
was suspended.
yeah, I think he's suspended for like one game for
What?
pushing the cameraman. Because I mean, I don't even know why the guy walked in front of him. Like, because like he was Devontae Adams was going to the locker room, and then the guy comes in last second to walk in front of Devontae, and so Devontae pushes him because he's mad because they just lost the game
Oh
to the
yeah.
Chiefs. Uh, so I mean, I don't blame him, but still, he kind of, I guess, hold your feelings probably.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, Raiders, they are 1-4 right now, and they are not looking the best.
Which they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. We'll see what happens. They just have a tough schedule.
arguably it's a better team because they have Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think they just have a tough schedule, and it's hopefully they can just
hopefully that's all it is.
yeah. But let's talk about the Nebraska Huskers. I mean, they are on my wall, obviously. I'm a big fan.
I was in and out of a nap when I was watching the game, and all I heard was my dad and my brother cheering, and
Yeah,
then they lost
but
to Purdue.
I mean, at least they're 3-3 right now, right? So I mean, they've come back
Yeah,
a
that's
little
not
bit.
bad.
Um, but
Better than
there's been a lot of people talking about which coach they should sign, and
yeah.
you know, I'm I'm interested to hear what you have to say about that. Like, do you think which candidate do you think is like the best right now?
I don't even know who are the candidates, but
I don't know either. I thought
uh,
there's a lot of different coaches. Um,
I'd rather talk about Kansas Jayhawks.
yeah, Jayhawks lost
Yeah.
5-2.
So Jalen Daniels,
He
he
was
is
out.
out.
Jimmy Bean stepped
Yeah,
in.
Jason Dean.
He
He's a good addition. Like he's a good backup
yeah,
playing, which we saw
he,
that last week and then this week again. That's high scoring, but like he can definitely create stuff on offense. I think it's ultimately the defense that is
yeah.
struggling.
And they gave up like 50 points to
Yeah,
OU, and
it's
they
just
couldn't stop him
can't
on offense.
happen. Like
Yeah,
if you want to win, that can't happen. So
yeah. I mean,
college ball is about the heavy offense. So
I'm sad to see KU lose
I
and
am too.
to be out of the top 25.
I'm like TCU's still
Right. They just got
undefeated.
unlucky with Jalen Daniels going out.
Yeah, Jason Bean arguably created more versus TCU. Like in the second half, he got hurt, or Jalen Daniels got hurt in like the
Yeah.
first half.
And
Um,
Jason came in and balled
Jason came
out.
in and he had like 2 or 3 touchdowns.
He had like four, I think.
Yeah,
So
and
I
he was
mean,
just
yeah, he definitely has shown improvement from last year.
yeah.
Because I mean, obviously he lost the job
Shown
to
us
Jalen
growth.
Daniels last year.
Yeah,
Um, but I do think KU can come back.
yeah.
They can come back into
I think they'll be fine. They just kind of need to adjust some stuff on
yeah,
defense, and their offense is it's great.
right.
Honestly, happy
Yeah.
to see them. So
Yeah. Um, but I do think KU will be back, and
yeah,
um
hopefully they can be back.
I mean OU is kind of confusing right now as well because
Yeah,
I
it's
mean
I mean they lost 0 to like whatever the score
49,
was.
but
They're still
Dylan Gabriel did come back, and that's kind of like the reason why they won.
yeah.
So whenever he wasn't playing, they were pretty bad
Yeah.
on offense, and
Which their offense is pretty good. Their running back had a couple punch-ins at the
yeah, he had like
end
200
zone.
yards almost and
Yeah, it was crazy.
3 touchdowns. So, but OSU lost to TCU at TCU. We only went down to 11, which is pretty nice.
Mhm.
Um, but I do
TCU is
think,
still undefeated.
yeah, I do
Who's gonna
think.
Who's gonna defeat them?
Well, they play OU in a couple weeks, and then they play Texas next week. So that'll be a good
That'll
matchup.
be a big matchup. Yeah.
Um, so I mean, TCU is looking really good right now. I want to talk about Tennessee though.
Yeah.
Tennessee
So
beat Alabama finally.
finally, bro.
They're out of the top four. They're number 6 right now.
So exciting, dude.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Uh, Alabama's been so good.
So is this how much longer is Nick Saban coaching at Alabama?
I mean, probably like 5 years,
Really?
10 years maybe, because he's not going anywhere for a while. Um, they saw Bryce Young, who was amazing, and a couple other guys. But you know, I'm happy they lost.
Yeah, I
You
am
know,
too. They've always been at the top, so I mean
yeah, see them lose is like,
they need to fall at some point. So
and they have,
this year is a good
and they
year.
play uh Ole Miss
Mm.
next week,
Which is a big rivalry.
and
So
Ole Miss is number 7 right now. So, and it's in Ole Miss too.
yeah,
So we could see Alabama losing again.
again, yeah,
That, that'd be awesome.
that would be crazy.
Um,
Out of the top 10,
maybe, maybe.
how long has it been since they've been out of the top 10?
Like 10 years, maybe
Yeah,
a
it's probably been a
while,
while. Yeah,
like a long time, long time.
always been like number one every
Because I
year.
mean, Nick Saban's an amazing coach.
Yeah,
That's kind of why they've been so good
yeah,
recently.
and their recruitment so good too.
Yeah.
They just have the top recruits.
Did you see Bronny got an NIL deal with I forgot who it is, but no, with Nike.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
So
dang,
he's getting paid by Nike right now, and
bro,
he's not even in college.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was LeBron pretty much, right?
LeBron did the same thing, but
Yeah.
he was like in the NBA by then. He was he signed the beats. He signed Dr. Dre's beats, and
It's crazy.
yeah,
I mean, he's taking off after his father.
yeah.
He
I mean,
definitely has a social media aspect.
super big,
So,
super big
yeah.
social media. Um,
Social media is like you obviously have to be a star at your sport, but social media is a big has a big impact on your marketability.
right,
It's definitely a business.
right. Um, but what else you want to talk about?
I mean, Bronny James has definitely looked better.
Yeah,
So
just Brian James. He's still ranked top
I'm tempted to look
50.
at some of the rankings and see if he's risen in the rankings.
Yeah,
I'm going to check that out real
check.
quick. You can uh, share the screen. So they know what's going on. Oops. Carson Wentz.
What happened?
His finger is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks.
Dang.
Oh, did you watch Thursday Night Football?
Yes. The last 2 weeks have been so boring.
So bad.
So boring. Uh,
Chicago Bears and the Commanders.
no, no.
The worst team.
Yeah. So bad, bro.
It's pretty tough.
Brian James. Yeah.
Yes. And Bryce James. Really, bro.
Yeah. He's like what, 6'8" now.
Crazy.
So
I believe he was 48 or 47
yeah,
last time we looked.
last time like it was like 48 probably.
As of now. Oh wait.
So right now he's looking at
4.
34. He's gone up. Um, some people have him at 61. Dang.
Yeah, I would trust ESPN.
Yeah,
the
ESPN
most.
34.
34.
He's going into his senior year right now, correct? Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, here it is. You can just do this. Yeah,
Okay,
Bronny
well, yeah, he's
James,
definitely risen.
he's still a 4 star.
Hmm.
He's not a 5 star yet.
Which I think he's probably got a lot of offers,
Bro, Mikey is at 30. Mikey Williams.
and he doesn't have any offers.
Yeah, it sucks. No, he has a list.
Oh yeah,
Bronny has
yeah.
a list.
Let's see his offers. Okay, he has offers, but
So he's
he
got
hasn't accepted them.
Duke. No, he's
I
got
know he was like
Kentucky.
teasing Ohio State for a little
Yeah,
bit.
he's
So
got Michigan, Memphis, Kentucky, Ohio State, Oregon, USC right now,
yeah,
which is good.
I think he'll probably go to Ohio State because that's where
What if he goes to USC? USC stays with the local,
I guess that's true.
because I mean he lives in California right now.
It's true. Does he want to
Probably not.
move? Not.
Yeah,
Why?
but I mean I could see him there.
Maybe UCLA play with Amari Bailey.
Or Duke, maybe.
Duke. Yeah.
Michigan's pretty good too.
Where is Duke?
North Carolina.
That's like opposite.
I mean, Michigan's still like pretty good basketball school.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
Kansas.
yeah, I mean, imagine he goes to KU.
But so when it has a check mark, is that like who's actually offered him?
Yeah. So Michigan, Ohio State,
So why are
Oregon,
if it doesn't have a check mark?
probably because they will offer him. Just that's the way. But yeah, the last two Thursday night games have been horrible. Commanders, Bears, super boring. And then Broncos, Colts.
Which they cannot get anything going.
Right. That was probably the worst game ever.
Yeah. Which next week it's Saints and
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be
So
much better.
I'm definitely gonna be watching that. Um,
It's the only like actual football channel I have.
yeah.
So I might have to.
You have
invest
Amazon?
in- Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I think we covered.
Do we have anything else to talk about? Like breaking news or anything? Let me
Yeah,
check.
Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, just
So breaking news: Robbie Anderson just got traded to the Cardinals. Apparently, he was arguing with his team, like his coaching staff, because he's not getting as many targets
yeah.
and looks. So I mean, it was a good trade for him because he didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, the last 2 years he's been pretty upset with where he's at.
Next week, DeAndre Hopkins
Yeah,
unsuspended. So
Marquise Brown's out for the season.
really,
Broke his
so
foot.
addition of Robbie Anderson is fitting.
Right. They needed it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for
For
him
him.
and the Cardinals. The Panthers got 2 picks, second round. I mean, sixth round, seventh round picks.
Nice.
So it's a pretty good
I
trade.
mean, that's
Not gonna lie.
good.
I mean,
Both parties benefited.
Robbie
so-
Anderson is a pretty solid wide receiver.
Yeah.
So
Definitely, I feel like he's underrated a little bit.
yeah, I might go pick him up in the fantasy football.
Yeah.
Maybe
Now that he's
back.
team, probably get more targets. So
Yeah.
pick him up. I think Packers picking up another win next week. Hopefully.
Who they?
Commanders.
Yeah.
Should
Easy
be an
win.
Easy win.
Easy win for
If they
Packers.
struggle at any point, that's gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna be like one of the worst teams.
So, how do you feel about the Lions?
Well, they have been pretty bad defensively. Offensively, they've been amazing.
Yeah,
Jared Goff has looked amazing.
definitely creates a lot.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown and DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams,
Yeah,
TJ Hawkinson, like
no lack of talent.
Right. What do you think about them going forward? Because I mean, their defense like needs to improve.
Yeah, which they
A
did
lot.
sign. The edge.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, who I mean, has been good for them so far. But,
Yeah.
is it like the receiving? Is it like safeties and cornerbacks that they need to improve, or is it
Yeah, just
their
like
D line?
probably just the whole thing,
the
maybe.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
More so like cornerbacks and safeties,
Yeah,
probably.
which I mean, yeah, you just need a little bit more better drafting,
Yeah.
focus on what you need. So
I mean, they have a great offense,
yeah, so
which is amazing. So, I mean, I hope. I mean, everybody thinks that they will make the playoffs. I definitely think they will. Um, but I think they just need to improve on different things, you know.
yeah.
Um,
So the Cooper Rush, the Cowboy. How you
the
feel about
streak is over.
Yeah,
He is not undefeated, undefeated anymore.
yeah.
So, how do you feel about them, the Cowboys, right now?
I'm liking
We
what
have
they're
Dak
doing.
coming back next week.
Yeah.
Um,
So is it? So who did they lose to?
Eagles.
Eagles. Which that's a good
They're
loss.
6-0.
That's a
They are
justifiable
6-0.
loss.
Yeah, they're a great team.
So I mean, do you think they'll start Cooper Rush at the beginning of the
Probably not.
game?
I think Dak was going to play the
Really?
whole game. So I mean, I'm happy for Dak coming back.
Yeah.
We said he'd be back in 6 weeks, and he is. So
Pretty
we're
accurate.
not Jerry Jones who said 4 weeks, dummy.
That's bad prediction on the way
Yeah.
down.
Um,
I mean, they did. I think he could have gone back if they absolutely needed him. But since Cooper Rush was kind of
doing well.
had a good track record so far,
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
probably
What do you
played
think?
into it.
What do you think about the Commanders? Like, what are they going to do with Carson Wentz being out?
I don't know.
Because I mean, they have Taylor Heineke, and
I don't know.
they drafted another QB.
Even worse than they were
Yeah,
last week.
I do like Taylor Heineke though.
Really?
He's a good QB.
We'll see what they can create.
Yeah, I think he has a good chance of being a pretty solid QB.
Yeah.
Um, and Brian Robinson, the guy who got shot in the leg 3 times, the running back for the Commanders, he's finally back, and I'm really happy for him because coming back from being shot is like really tough, and he came back in 48 days. So
Is that like a month and a half?
yeah, so he's like an inspiration.
Wait, so was he shot in the foot?
No, in the leg,
Thigh?
like just right here, whatever.
Oh, dang. Like
3 times.
times?
Yeah, because
Oh,
the guy who shot him was trying to steal his car. So
yeah, good for him. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Crazy.
what do you think about the Bears right now? Chicago.
It's rocky.
Yeah,
I think Justin Fields is just I don't know. I feel like he's a little short for the position that he's playing.
he's like he just doesn't know how to pass the ball that well, and
Yeah. And his
it's
vision is not the
he,
best.
he needs to be more confident, because he's not very confident in himself right now,
Yeah.
and that's why he's not
Just
playing that well.
just rough passes too. Like
Right.
I don't know. So you watched the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a pass where he threw it over the line, but someone had it just hit their helmet on the defense.
Yeah,
And
I
he
saw
got a
that.
pick
Yeah.
off of it. So
Right.
it's kind of just stupid mistakes, right?
Like that. Yeah.
I mean, and they were in the red zone, so
Yeah. They
it's
had a lot of chances to score and they didn't
Yeah.
because of mistakes like that.
and they're running back
He's pretty good, David Montgomery.
Khalil Herbert.
Oh, Khalil Herbert. Yeah.
So David
Khalil Herbert.
Montgomery is, I think the Bills.
No, he's Bears.
Yes,
He's just been hurt. That's why Khalil Herbert has a lot more yards. So, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about Mac Jones as well? Like,
I like Bailey Zappi a lot.
I do too.
He's looking really good.
It's looking much better.
Like people are saying he's like the next Tom Brady already.
Really?
Because I mean he's been super consistent and
Yeah.
he doesn't make a lot of mistakes like Mac Jones.
And he's learning from the best. Bill
Yeah.
Belichick, so.
So I mean I think he has a very bright future ahead of him.
Mhm.
I mean, how do you how's your fantasy football team this week, Cooper?
Let's see.
Because I know you have a couple guys playing tonight.
Okay, so yeah, we got Russell and Melvin Gordon playing tonight, and then Broncos D went off
Yeah.
last week. So that's it.
CD got 6. Juju blew up.
I know, yeah, it's actually targeting him. Got a
Yeah.
touchdown.
So you got DeAndre. So I mean Hopkins coming back next week. Um, you have a couple other guys.
I lost in the other league.
Yeah, you lost by like 4 points, which sucks. If you would have started Jalen Waddle, maybe you could have won.
No, I had T Higgins on there, so
But I mean, two is coming back next week as well.
yeah.
So,
So
but I mean, my team right now, I'm 4-2, and then I'm 4-1 in the other leagues. So I think my team's doing pretty well,
I'm 1-4 in 2 leagues, and then this league, bro.
bro. Yeah,
Last week,
you're 5-1. You're 5-1 in that league.
yeah, I'm leading the league.
You're really good in that league. You have like Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
and then who else? Fournette, Pollard,
That is so
Diggs.
consistent, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's on your bench.
Nick Jones.
Smith, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, your team's amazing, bro. You're definitely like the best team in that league.
Kicker is trash.
Yeah, that's all right. Who do you play next week?
On this game, let's see.
Play Ethan.
Oh, they both got
Your
bye
whole
weeks.
team's out.
Oh, they're all bye
They're all out.
All right. Well,
RFB.
next week's so.
Definitely no.
Uh,
But I don't know what else.
I mean, the rankings for college football are gonna be crazy.
Yeah. OSU is still ranked top 15, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then TCU is number 8. Alabama's number 6. Tennessee's number 3. So I like it. I like it. So, but I think this is gonna be it for us. Yeah, I think kind of a short podcast,
Yeah.
but we're
Try
gonna
to get more gas. Spicy.
yeah, we're trying to get more guests on.
Yeah.
Cooper bought an audio interface, and it did not work.
I gotta send it back.
Yeah,
Working through that right now.
yeah, slight delays in guests.
We'll get them on here soon enough.
We'll probably have Aiden and Robbie on again
Yeah.
soon.
Maybe we should probably do like maybe we'll do 2 podcasts a week. Maybe like a fantasy one, and then like everything else.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah. But I do have the ACT coming up on Saturday.
okay.
We'll
do it before Saturday.
Last one I'm ever taking.
Yeah.
So, but
What's that? But I want to start posting more often.
Yeah.
Just to keep.
Yeah,
guys.
we haven't posted in a while.
I'm sorry.
But we still have 90. We got 92 of you guys coming on,
Yeah.
watching, subscribing, and hopefully we get to 100 here soon. We have a lot of views already, like 18,000. So I'm proud of it. Yeah, we're trying to get sponsored, get some ads going. But yeah, that's probably it for us. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace.